Would have been Cashel. So I'd say my brother is a couple of years older than me, and he was gone in when he was about 8, so I followed him in when I was about 5, I'd say. Would have gone to Rockwell in first year, played with Rockwell up until 6th year. Probably stayed playing with Cashel until about 15 or 16. Then Junior Cup obviously gets more serious. So you'd be tied down to Rockwell and then into Senior Cup, and then after Rockwell played Munster schools, then Irish 18s would have been the Tri-Nations team, then Munster 19s, Ireland 19s. Then the Munster 20s had been finished up with by the time I got there, so it would have been development games. And then lucky enough to play Irish 20s when I was under 19, go to a World Cup, brief and all as it was, and then when the year after play Irish 20s again, so it's pretty lucky that way. It's pretty cliched, but probably not even in terms of rugby-wise, just your parents probably bringing you to everything and just encouraging you to keep doing your best and bringing you linked and bred of the country to matches. And then rugby-wise, obviously when I was in school working, Dennis Leamy coached us and Mark Butler is involved here, and 2 lads I would have spent a lot of time with. And then in Garryowen, Dennis was there with us. And then I suppose last year working with Paul O'Connell quite a lot, and the year before working with him with the Irish 20s has been a big influence. It's funnily enough, I'd say I was about 11 and I was at a Senior Cup final. Rockwell were in it against Christians down in Cork, and I turned to my sister and I bet her €200 that I'd play for Munster eventually someday, so she's had to pay me that now, unfortunately for her. It was enjoyable because it was in the middle of the Celtic Cup, so I'd actually, to be fair, gotten good exposure in the games leading up to it. I wasn't thrown too in the deep end in regards to getting to know the lads. It was like of Darren O'Shea, and I think Bill and Jack Stafford were involved that day as well, so it was good that way. Like I had lads around me that I'd played a few times with, so that was calming. But obviously, when you're looking either side of you and you see Peter O'Mahony and the likes around you, you have to pinch yourself a bit, but it was enjoyable, yeah. A few minutes and obviously a disappointing result, but it was still good to get in there around the squad.